All right, we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me start saying hello to some folks here. Let's see. Who do we have? There's Mr. Wesley Thompson. He's here with us on goldrocks.info, but we're also streaming live on Facebook. And so let me sort of get a little screen up here where I can read comments and say hello to some of our golden brothers and sisters who are jumping on the stream. Dante Taylor, Kevin Thompson, Jamal King, Rodney Berger, Tiffany and James from Macon, and they're coming in too fast now, Dr. Rozelle. I can't keep up. This is Darren Campbell, Ifadeo. All right, what's all going on, Ifadeo? I hadn't talked to you in a minute, man. Rodney Berger, Demi Sanya, Andre Braxton, Dylan Mia, they're in the UK. Gabrielle Kessner from Stuttgart, Germany. How you doing? Good evening to you, Mr. Berger. Man, I'm sorry, I'm behind schedule, Mr. Berger. I'm trying to talk to you. This thing is nonsense, man. It's going crazy. Let's see. Tammy Morrison. Oh, my God. We're bringing out the big guns. Tammy Morrison, Mr. James Head III, Dr. Rozelle. We're waiting on Mr. Ty Best. He's going to be in here. We're excited. We've got to share some information with you guys. I can't. Dr. Rozelle, chat for a minute while I answer this phone and keep saying hello to some.
Yeah, we were having a conversation with Mr. Best. And as we were doing it, hey, I just want to say hey to everybody. I can't see anybody's names or chat or anything, but man, it's just so exciting to be in this moment right here, in this moment in time, because I don't know if everyone's kind of, well, I can speak for myself, understanding the gravity and the magnitude of what's actually happening right here and right now, to be a part of a program, a project that is so groundbreaking. I think that's the best word that I can use, groundbreaking, and that it's allowing people to have control of where they're going, and what's going to happen now. Anyway, I'm gonna just say that much until Mr. Best gets on, until Mr. Dalco, if you have anything else you want to say right now.
Right this minute, I don't have anything that I want to say. I'm looking for Mr. Best to get on. I'll tell you what I will do. While I'm waiting on Ty Best to jump on, there he is. So I don't have to give any fluff. I did want him to get on real quick before I started talking too much. Guys, we're sitting in history. We are literally, and I'm not hyping this at all. As a matter of fact, I'm tamping down excitement. We are sitting in the middle of history. And I want to show a couple of videos, Mr. Best and Dr. Rozelle, before we get started going too fast. And I've said hello to everybody pretty much joining us on Facebook. Share this out, guys. Trust us on this and just go ahead and share this, because Dr. Rozelle said something to me and Mr. Best earlier, and we're just done. We're toast. Dr. Rozelle is very educated about the cryptocurrency space. I'm not that well educated on it. I know enough to be dangerous, all right? But because of what Harold Seitz has done with KaratBank International and KaratBank, I'm learning more and more every day. So I want to show you a couple of quick little things. I'm actually going to make a purchase of some gold right here online.
That's huge.
Wow. Something just happened on this website right here, guys. It did say 2 days. Now it's saying 1 hour. Maybe I need to log in again. But, okay, so let me set this up. We're a part of KaratBank International. It's an e-commerce company based in Stuttgart, Germany. Our amazing CEO and founder, Mr. Harold Seitz, has made a way for average individuals like me and you to acquire gold 1/10 of a gram at a time, so that anybody, 98.6 and breathing, 18 years and over, can acquire gold in small, transaction-friendly, I think we say that word too fast very often, transaction-friendly increments. He's taken it hundreds of steps further. So the first thing is I was talking to our business partners, our senior partner, Mr. Best, and Dr. Rozelle, who just hit director. Way to go, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
I was talking to them about the KaratBank, and I said, let me look at the website, because KaratBank is about to go live real soon. So I said, let me look at the website and see what's going on with it. And I typed in KaratBank ICO. Now, I'm not giving any secrets here. This stuff is public knowledge. So here's the website, KaratBank.io, and you can see it's counting down. It's counting down by the seconds, the minutes, the hours, the days. 50% pre-sale starts in 2 days, 6 hours, 18 minutes, and 44 seconds. All right, and counting. Now, as this is counting down, if you're in Karat you don't have to wait for this. All you have to do is save gold. So here's our back office. This is actually my business account. This is real time. You see it says, welcome, Michael. So this is literally in real time. My screen just went white. Okay, there it is. And this is cash gold. Now, this is gold in small transaction-friendly increments of 1/10 of a gram. This is how the product looks. 1/10 of a gram of cash gold. Now, anybody, because of what Harold Seiss has done, can acquire gold for as little as $9 for 1/10 of a gram of gold in a product that no one else in the world has. This is a proprietary product. And I'm gonna tell you about this product real quick. Now watch this. Watch this quick little video. Let me stop my screen share for a second so that I can make sure I put my sound up. This is a 1-minute video. I want you to watch this and get educated on this real quick here. All right, so stand by. If I can make my video play. And then I also want to show you this one too. But let's see if I can make this play real quick. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, what Karat is all about in KaratBank, they're creating a global payment system. So that's what KaratBank is. And with our connection with Karat, it's making all this available. And so I'm able to actually log into my account and I can acquire gold whenever I want to at just small transaction-friendly increments. So watch this real quick. Then I'm going to kick this over to Mr. Ty Best. Here's the product. I can go 1/10 of a gram of cash gold, €7. Add that to my cart. View cart. Check out. Click the terms and conditions. Now, let me read this. I understand that this purchase may include tokens from KaratBank. When and if issued, which may or may not have a certain value. These tokens may not be available in many localities depending on my country's requirements. Well, it's not available in the United States, right? Except I'm a KaratBars affiliate, and when I save gold, and I'm going to get it with my KaratBars prepaid MasterCard, we have our own MasterCard. I don't even have to touch my bank card at all. I can just, and there's money on that card because I refer people. So it's not taking one dime out of my pocket. I click purchase. Are you sure you want to pay with PFS? Yes. And it says payment canceled, but that's how you purchase the cash gold right there through your back office with KaratBars and KaratBank. So what I want to do now is I want to kick this over to Mr. Ty Best, and I want him to talk to you a little bit about what this countdown clock means and anything else he wants to talk about. Good evening, Mr. Best.
Hey, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Look, guys, I'm just excited, man. I don't want to sound like I'm rambling and going crazy. So I'm just excited about all the stuff that's going on right now. And the main thing I'm trying to get folks to understand is you got to have a real, true sense of urgency about what we're doing. Because this truly is unprecedented. Now I know in this field I've been in now, I realize it's really been 36 years. It'll be 36 years in March. A lot of words are thrown around all the time. Genius, fantastic, unprecedented, unheard of. We're about to make history. All those superlatives and hype words are thrown around all the time. This is one of those times you got to go, wait a minute. This is real. This is as real as it gets. Because, see, we've been here for 4 years. We don't have to hype up Karat bars. This thing I've been here for 4 years. Karat bars has paid us 5 times a month for 4 years in a row. The CEO of Karat bars we've had dinner with, breakfast with, sang karaoke with, we done partied on the weekend with, at our Let's Go weekend, flown to 2 of our events. We know exactly who we're doing business with. And we know networking is an explosive industry, period, by itself. Just explodes by itself. And then Mr. Harold Sykes, a true financial genius, decided to take what we, an already successful company, and say, wait a minute now, you know, this cryptocurrency explosion is happening with or without us. Sometimes you can either ride the wave or get rolled over by the wave. Okay? You can either ride the wave, you can hop on your surfboard and be just having a good time with the wave, or you can sit and say, oh my God, here it comes, and just get crushed. Okay? A lot of people are getting crushed. They don't even know what's crushing them. They just know something's going on that's crushing them. And what's crushed them is this cryptocurrency explosion, because folks, in many ways, have a short-term mentality. Okay? I mean, they can be a wealth in Karat bars. No, look, I was so excited with just the 1, 2.5, 5 gram cards. And every time I look, Mr. Harold Sykes is coming out with something new. I said, man, it's coming out with something new. Because he understands, as an entrepreneur, you must continuously reinvent your company, reinvent yourself. You must be aware of the marketplace, or you will die. Whatever happened to Woolworths? Gone.
They're gone. They're gone.
Almost gone. Okay. What happened to Kmart?
Gone.
Hit up by Walmart.
RCA.
Okay. That's it.
Huh?
RCA.
RCA, gone.
Gone.
Okay. You better be paying attention. And Walmart got a wake-up call and looked up at Amazon.com. Amazon should double their sales. Double Walmart. It was like wake-up call. Mr. Harold Sykes is wide awake. He said, now, if I could take a way of taking this individual grassroots concept called networking or e-commerce marketing, we're an e-commerce company. Karat is not a network marketing company because it doesn't require you to do anything. See, network marketing companies always got requirements. Jump through this hoop to get this, jump through that hoop to get this. We don't ask you to do anything. Hey, sign up for free. Whatever you want to do, what package you want. Pick any package you want. How much gold you want to get? That's up to you. How much gold am I required to get in a month? That's up to you. How much gold you want to save? That's up to you. So we had the greatest program in the world with a 7-year successful track record behind it. And then this man comes up with, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to tie this into KaratBank. We're going to tie this into the cryptocurrency explosion that's taking place. I don't know anything about. I'm so ignorant about cryptocurrency. Look, I didn't know what a white page was. I still don't know. Somebody say, well, when is a white page going to be due? I say it's coming out in a couple of weeks. I don't know.
Mr. Best, it's white paper.
Is it?
White paper? What I call it, white land?
White page.
All that knowledge is not necessary, man. You know, what I say, save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I've learned more from talking to Dr. Roselle in the last 3-4 days about cryptocurrency that I've known my entire, in the last year. I've heard about it. My ears to the ground. I know it's explosive. I know some tremendous things have happened, but nothing out there. Because see, I wasn't going to send my money to a black hole. You need to tell me where I'm sending the money, who's going to get the money, who can I fuss at, who got my money, who can I, look, if they steal it from me, at least I want to know who stole it.
Right.
That's being, well, let me stop. But this is serious. I'm laughing, folks, but this is so serious. This is so serious. I mean, this is the most serious thing I've done in 36 years in this industry. And Mr. Harold Sykes had the genius to combine what I believe is the best business in the world, which is networking, e-commerce company, networking concept, and he combined it with the hottest thing that's taking place in the industry. They can deny it. I don't care how many experts say they don't know. It's a fad. It's a trend. I don't know what they say. The bottom line is here to stay. Mr. Harold Sykes said that in his book. Okay. And then he put us in a position where we can actually acquire token right now just by acquiring gold. I don't know what else to say.
Brilliant.
Okay. I believe if I say it, and this is how simple I keep it for you. Let Dr. Roselle say something. If you're sleeping well, if you truly can go to sleep at night, you don't see this thing. If you can sleep 5 or 6 hours like a baby, just sleep through the night, and we get a month, say, I guess I'll do my Karatbank's business. You don't see this thing. If you see this thing, right, you'll sleep about 3-4 hours. Then you be in the bed like, who can I call? You become a part of the Millionaire Insomniac Society. Find somebody to call 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, back to you, Mr.
No, Mr. Best, before we kick it to Dr. Rozelle, you told me and Dr. Rozelle a story about Harold Sykes when he was in Atlanta, something he said to you. Can you share that with the Facebook audience?
Well, yeah, we having breakfast. This is Let's Go Weekend. We having breakfast. Mr. Harold Sykes not sitting there, and it wasn't no planned breakfast, some kind of, I don't think it's like I'm such a big shot that me and Mr. Harold Sykes had a private. We just happened to come downstairs at the same time and had breakfast together. Okay, it wasn't them kind of deals, right? So we sitting there having breakfast. And he's talking about where the vision of Karatbank and where it's going. And he said, now we're about to create some billionaires. Now, you're talking to a guy who done been to the rodeo a few times, owned 3 companies, and I can do a little bit of math. I act like I'm math illiterate sometimes because I believe that helps the business. But I know there's a big gap between a million and a billion. See, a millionaire and a billionaire, that's not like this far apart. That's like this far apart. You understand? Okay, to give you a picture. Okay, and when he said that, I was like this. Okay, I was on the way coming from with that. But see, he already seen the vision. He knew what he's going to do. You talk about cryptocurrency already in his book. He knew. See, I'm at this place. I'm telling you, folks, I'm at this place. When he said, now it all is crystal clear to me now. Okay? And so I'm at this place right now, folks, I don't care what Mr. Harold Sykes says at this point. I mean, at some point after 4+ years, you got to go, what are we going to do now, Mr. Sykes? Okay, where do I send the money and what are we going to do? Okay, that's it. Okay, because he's thinking on a whole nother level and I'm just not there. And he sees things in the financial arena world. It's just like we don't know here in America how popular cryptocurrency is around the world.
Right.
I mean, they're buying everything from bubble gum to cigarettes to gasoline in Europe. They'd rather have cryptocurrency than the US dollar. That's how popular it is in Europe. And where are we going? What's the cryptocurrency? We're 5 years behind the time. So he said to me about creating billionaires. I was like, but let me tell you something. There is no doubt in my mind. They're going to be, I'm on video, right? It's going to be recorded. Okay. There will be some billionaires come out. Millionaire, you're going to say, man, hang in there. It'll get better. That's all you can say to people. Okay. For those who ever want to be a millionaire in your lifetime, you're only 10,000 tokens / coin away from becoming a millionaire. Okay, that's speculation. They ask us not to do it, but you can do the math. Take your calculator out. You take your calculator out. The only way you're going to go to sleep after taking your calculator out is to put your calculator under the bed, downstairs in another room, Because you wake up in the morning, 2 o'clock, you'll be putting your calculator out saying, wait a minute. 10,000 times 100, 10,000 times 200, 10,000 times 300. And you won't sleep. You won't sleep. What is it? And you won't sleep. You won't sleep. You start doing the math. You hear about this coin with no real things backing it, going to $20,000 a coin. And we launch it here. And then the coin will be available to the public in how many hours to say, Mr. How many, what? 2
hours and some minutes.
2 hours and something, man, please. And we're here now. You're here now. If you ever, all our life, we said, if I could have been there when Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, if I could have been there when IBM started, if I could have been there when Microsoft started, there are people who came multi-millionaires and Microsoft had no clue, didn't even want to be one. Just have to be working there and got stock options. Okay, became multi-millionaires. There are more accidental multi-millionaires in the tech business you can shake a stick at. And we're going to have the same thing happen over here in Karat. We're going to have more accidental multi-millionaires. Then we're going to have start having private millionaire meetings just for millionaires only. Let's go weekend for millionaires only. Okay.
And so look, Mr. Best, that we were having the conversation with Dr. Rozelle earlier, and he dropped a bomb on us. I'm going to let him drop that bomb. You were speculating, and again, we get this disclaimer: we're not guaranteeing anything. But you guys are not crazy. You saw the number one cryptocurrency go to 20,000. Yeah, it fell back to 9,000.
Ouch.
I mean, okay, it fell down. Right. Oh, we're praying for you. We're praying for you. I mean, I know things will get better. We saw it go to 20,000 and fall to 9. It still created thousands of millionaires. And so this is not unusual. This is unusual maybe to me, but it's not unusual to Dr. Rozelle. And so he was sharing with us what some people said. So you saw the 2 days and so many hours and so many minutes that it'll be available to the public in what's called pre-ICO. That means you get a 50% off sale on the cryptocurrency in 2 days, so many hours and 15 minutes. The pre-ICO, which ends March 1st, it goes to ICO, and which ends April 1st, it goes to the public offering of a coin. And so Dr. Rozelle is educating us on all this stuff. And what people say is, they say nobody gives an ICO without the white paper. And so me and Mr. Bass, we the same way. We getting free tokens, so we don't care. White paper, black paper, orange paper, we don't give a flip. Right. We asked Dr. Rozelle about it. So I'm going to kick it over to Dr. Rozelle, who really has been operating in the crypto space for some time now. Over to you, Dr. Rozelle.
Okay. Can you hear me okay, Mr. Dalco? Hold on. My phone. Okay, there we go. All right. So, there's been so much that's been said already. The reality is that you're looking at something where we know cryptocurrency is a big deal, right? But it's not a new thing. It's a new phenomena, but it's not a new thing. So it's been around.
You're breaking up. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
There he is.
Somebody called me. So
no worries.
So, when Bitcoin first entered the market, it was at like 10 cents. 10 cents. And that cryptocurrency has gone up to, like you said, $20,000. So I laughed earlier when you said it went back down to 9,000. Wait a minute, though. I wasn't laughing at it going down and people losing money. I was laughing at the fact that it went down to $9,000. That's right. Huge. That's still huge when it started at 10 cents. So I'm not going to get into the speculation game and break out the calculator like Mr. Willie Brown did. But trust me, I have my handy calculator right next to me because I'm not sleeping either. But I want to say that, when people get involved in the cryptocurrency market, they are literally entrusting their hard-earned currency to somewhere, a black hole. They don't know who invented Bitcoin. They don't know where their money's going. They don't have anybody that they can go back to and get the money back from. And what they're doing is people, the experts, right? Because, and I don't claim to be an expert. But I do have a little bit of information and knowledge, but I do know what to look for and what people look for, generally speaking, when they're looking at a cryptocurrency. And one of the things they look for, in addition to market cap, in addition to how many coins in circulation, addition to capitalization. They look for what's called the white paper, or as Mr. Best said, the white pages. But hey, for those of you that are new, let me share something with you. Mr. Best, he's not going to say this, but he's a very, very successful businessman. He's been responsible for creating a lot of success, and I'm not going to embarrass him, and I'm not going to put him out because he still has to walk around in his town, but he's helped a lot of people have a lot of success, okay? And so it says something about this particular company and this particular project that we're working on, where somebody doesn't have to know all the technicalities and then stand to become even more successful. Can I say that? Is that safe without putting your business the best?
Yeah.
For becoming extremely even more successful after this thing is all said and done. But so one of the things that people look at is they look at the white paper, right? And the white paper is simply a document that explains what the project is going to do, what's going to support this coin, right? So the coin is created as a means of raising funds, usually for a project, and a project that either handles a cause or solves a problem, so on and so forth. And I don't want to get too technical, but, companies raise funds in different ways. You have GoFundMe projects now. You have angel investors. You have all kinds of different things. Well, what cryptocurrency does is cryptocurrency allows you to invest in a project or a company, and instead of getting equity, you get the coins. So try to look at an ICO similar to an IPO, and I'm not going to try to go through a long discussion about that. But I just wanted to backtrack and talk about the white paper. Usually, and most oftentimes, the white paper is a document talking about what the project is going to do. And we've talked about, and we've been explaining to people for a few weeks now that, KaratBank International is a company that's been around 7 years. It has credibility. The CEO sits on the European Economic Advisory Council. He's one of the 100 top entrepreneurs in Europe. He's known. We know who he is. Mr. Best, Mr. Dalkin, Mr. Brown, these guys have all had meals with this gentleman. We know where the money's going. The company's been around for 7 years now. It's a strong, solid company vetted by MasterCard, FedEx, the Vatican. We can go on and on and on and on, guys. And the point that we're trying to make is that all that can be wrapped up in saying one thing about the white paper. And I got to give credit to my team member, Mr. Lewis Young, here in the DMV area, who made this comment this weekend at our local meeting. And he wrapped up everything we've been saying in this one statement. Whereas other companies have to put out a white paper in order to get the cryptocurrency to tell people what they're promising and what they're going to do. In our situation, KaratBank is the white paper. KaratBank itself is already proven to be a solid, profitable company that has 500,000 affiliates already in place who already believed in the project, who are bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars a year long before the coin. I want to kind of put this in perspective for you. Now, there's some people on this stream who have invest in cryptocurrencies, right? And guess what? They've had situations where I know for a fact that you've had challenges in getting a hold or getting more coins sometimes, or unloading those coins sometimes, just because of the technology to where it is right now. Sometimes we all know what happens when there's a huge fire sale on one of these coins. How hard it is to get any more of those coins, because these wallets and these places where you can get them, they all of a sudden they have a hard time letting you get them. Okay. And I'm trying to talk in code. I'm not trying to bash anything, but I know that most folks, they get involved with an ICO and they get involved with a coin where they go purchase a coin and it's not back. They don't have any idea where the money is going. Right. If someone were to, if something were to happen and all your money got lost with one of these cryptocurrencies, what do you do to get your money back? You can't do it. But KaratBank International has done something absolutely tremendous, because here in the U.S., you can't even get the token. You can't even get it unless you are saving in gold. And not just gold, the highest quality, finest gold on earth. And I'm not saying that as saying, oh, we got the best gold, pound on my chest. No, there's a standard for what makes the finest gold out there. And every single gram, every single tenth of a gram of Karat gold fits that standard. It's called the LBMA, which is the London Bullion Market Association, 24 karat, 999.9 gold bullion bars. Every single time a person saves their money in cash gold, they get free tokens. The free tokens, and right now we're in pre-ICO, you mean to tell me you can take your cash, your declining cash, I should have pulled my wallet out, but declining cash, exchange it for a hard asset, a physical gold, which has been around for 5,000 years. Okay, cryptocurrency is new, but gold is not. You can get that, secure, stabilize your, I almost forgot. If you already have Bitcoin, you can literally take your Bitcoin, you can stabilize that Bitcoin in gold with a cash gold after you get a free affiliate account with us. Okay. I want you, everyone on the stream that's not a part of what we're doing already, I want you to understand these other three gentlemen are doing everything they can to stay calm, because we are not trying to talk about any hype. We just want you to understand and wrap your mind around what's going on. It's an opportunity to get.
Can I say something, Dr. Roselle, to slow you down a little bit? You're trying to gather your thoughts, because, see, we don't want to go too deep in the woods. And when you start thinking about how you can take your Bitcoin, convert it to gold, a hard asset, and then get free tokens, okay, that converts to an asset, and then you get that asset converted back. We could be here for hours. This is a perpetual money machine. Even if you don't understand it, if you just understand, I'm just going to keep acquiring gold. That's all you got to understand. I'm going to keep acquiring gold, getting those free tokens, then I'm going to get as much of the ICOs as I possibly can. I'm going to keep building my business. I'm going to keep saving gold, and millionaires going to be created. And when somebody asks you how you became a millionaire, you said, man, I just followed the system they had in place, and things happen. Okay, and people way smarter than me.
I was talking to Willie Brown. He called me a little while ago, and he said, man, I'm on the phone like a Wall Street broker. And I want to show, now I know we're not speculating, right? I want to show you the potential. I'm going to show you the speculative potential. But Willie Brown, tell the people what you were saying to me. Why are you getting so many phone calls right now, more than you've ever gotten since you've been in the business? Talk to them a little bit about that. I'm going to show them why people are so excited.
Well, I'm thinking it's because of where we are, the timing, what we have been doing already. We've already sold a lot of seeds in what we've been doing already with acquiring gold or trading our depreciating dollars for depreciating asset. Okay, that's great. That is phenomenal in itself for those who get it. But when you add this new digital currency to it, that was like the super to the natural. And for some people, they grabbed onto that thing and they've just gone to the moon with it. And so we've seen more transactions taking place over the past week than we've ever seen since we've been doing this for almost 4 years. I'm not going to pontificate. I'm a street soldier. I don't even know all the stuff that you guys are talking about right now. I've heard about digital currency. I know I'm just a little smidgen, enough to get me in trouble. All I know is I'm following the game plan that was laid before me. I've humbled myself, I've disciplined myself, and I've been obedient. And when it all said and done, all I did was get in position. I didn't do anything else. I just followed the leader. That's basically all I can say.
So I want to show Mr. Best. I know I probably shouldn't hurt people like this. I probably shouldn't make them stay up all night like this. But if you save cash gold, so Mr. Best, Mr. Best is my sponsor, okay? And I go and I take $80, $70, $60, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And I save some cash gold. All right? That will be 1 gram of cash gold. Okay.
Take it out the calculator. Take it out the calculator.
I'm sorry, Mr. Best, but Alan Austin gave me this little toy for Christmas. I got to use it. This is one of my favorite tools. I get 80 euro cash gold. I get to keep my 80 euro because gold increases in value. So I'm retaining my wealth. What does that do? Well, it gives my sponsor, that gives me 200 token. Let me change this to 70. Let me change it to 60. All right. That gives me 200 token. It gives Mr. Best 50 because he sponsored me, okay? So Mr. Best sponsored me. He gets 50 token, and he did absolutely nothing. And wait, before we go any further, let me look at Mr. Best's face, okay? He did nothing but told me about Karat before there was even a token that existed. He did nothing. I mean, he didn't even deserve it. He didn't deserve the 50 token. He didn't deserve it. But he got 50 because that's how the system works. I got 200. So I'm doing better than him, but he got 50. All right. Now, what happened? Now, that's
can I add one little answer there?
Please do.
You know why I deserve it?
Why do you deserve it?
Because I stepped out on faith. That's it.
It did what? It did what?
Nothing. Except stepped out on faith. If something good was gonna happen. That's it.
Oh my gosh, man, that's powerful.
That's it. I mean, that's so many people miss out on their blessing because they won't step out on faith. They sit there, they count their pennies, they count their nickels, their dimes, and they won't step out on faith. On a little bit of faith. Based as a mustard seed.
You messed up my whole example because now.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
But now I want to think about this. You sign up for free. There's no monthly expense. You were just hanging around for a few years, and then they talked about this token that didn't exist when you joined, and you mess around and tell one person like Dr. Rozelle who gets 2,000 token and you get 500. Woo! You stepped out on faith and joined the company because it's free to join, no monthly expense. It really wasn't a lot of faith because what the worst can happen, you got a free position in the cyberspace. All right, let me go back to don't mess my examples up no more, Mr. Best. I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna mute you. All right. So I put in $60 roughly. I get 200 tokens. Mr. Best got 50 because he stepped out on faith. So I've got 200 KaratBank token. All right. And what is it going to, Mr. Best? It goes to what? 10 cents?
Make it $1. Keep it $1. $1.
All right. So it goes to $1. Now I've got $200 in gain after taxes. I made $170 for saving $60. Can you say that better than I just said it? Because that sounds too simple.
No.
I earned $170 because I saved $60. Dr. Rozelle, can you say that better than me? I mean,
I just want you to say it again. Could you say that again, please?
Because I saved $60 in gold, it turned into 170 extra cash dollars. I could take that $170 and put it back in gold. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
And it's still at $1. I turned it into 482. I can put that right back. I don't have to keep it. I'm gonna put the 482 right back. Oh, you know what? It turned into a 1366. I put that right back. Oh my God, it turned into 3870. Let me put that right back. Oh my gosh, I am just playing with house money and it's $10,000. Okay, well, what about the person who says, you know what? I got $10,000 in my retirement fund. And they put $10,000 in gold and just saved their money in gold. It turns into 33,000 token that went to $1. I brought home $28,000 for saving 10,000. Okay, Mr. Best told everybody on our team, he said, go get 10,000 token as fast as possible. All right, so let's see. What would be $10,000? Let me put, all right, so that's too much, 3,000. Okay, I got 10,000 token right here. See, I got 10,000 token. All right, Mr. Best, what does the token go to? What, $10?
$10.
So the token goes to $10.
That's so conservative, it's ridiculous.
So we having fun. A conservative speculative guess of $10. The token goes to $10. I'm sorry, $10. 85,000 for your 10,000 token. Mess around and go to $100. $800,000 after tax. That's $1 million if it went to $100.
Hey, Mr. Delco, and who drives up the price of the token or the coin?
We do.
Who do?
We do. The people in Karat are acquiring the token. Go ahead, Dr. Rosell.
I'm sorry, the $500,000, that's another thing, that the fact that we already have a ready-made force of folks that are already driving the value of the cash gold, which also drives the value of the token, it's interesting. There's nothing else, and I say that there's nothing else like this out here right now. There's no one else. Look at there's no other cryptocurrency that has the backing of a solid company that has 500,000 folks worldwide who are already pushing the project to the point that it's just going to drive the value of it up. And then crypto experts, the cryptocurrency experts that are out here are chomping at the bits for this. I mean, it's just stuff is just moving so fast because it's just a huge, huge deal. It's huge. And because of what it is, so you have these currencies out here that are just based on what somebody says or promises in the paper. And they come out and they don't have anything to drive the value of it up. It's all based on the coin. That's not what's happening here. This is why this is a home run for anybody that is looking for an opportunity to really, really move forward and change their circumstances. And the thing is, they can control how much they do, how much they get, how far it goes. And every time they do it, it just drives the value of the coin up even more. And that's before it even gets to the open market. This is unbelievable. It really is.
Something powerful about Karat bars is I reached a position in Karat bars called Gold Director. And the interesting thing is when you make Gold Directors, because you've got a large group and they're growing a lot of volume and you're making really good money, full-time income, right? And so the Gold Director, that's in the free position. We won't talk about all that. Don't worry about that. The point is they give you 1,000 tokens just for doing what you were going to do anyway. I've been Gold Director for the last 3 years. I was going to hit Gold Director anyway. So right, Mr. Best? I mean, was that too arrogant? I wasn't trying to be.
No, I'm saying no. That's just look. We don't. I said what happened, Mike, 4 years ago with what 1, 2.5, and 5 grams. We were rolling. That's a good time. All this other stuff. Every time you guys understand, build your network. Every time Mr. Harold Sykes adds something to it, our income goes up for doing the same thing we were doing 4 years ago.
Man. And I just want to throw something else out there. Another thing, I've been with the company for 3 years, and what I've noticed is like in any other networking situation I've been in, the company is changing the comp plan all the time. I mean, you got to change this up now. You got to do that in order to succeed. This comp plan has not changed. Only thing that's happened is more income has been thrown into it. Yeah. That's for anybody has spent any time in any networking, you know what I'm talking about. They have something in place where you go work for it to hit this particular rank or this particular goal so that you can get this incentive or this bonus. And then when you finally get close or get there, you're trying to bring the rest of your team up, they change it on you. Now you got to do something else additionally. That has been the case here. This has been a steady ship and it's been growing just like gold. The trajectory up and to the right.
So Willie Brown, you mess around and hit Gold Director in Karat bars. It's great because it means your team is creating a lot of volume and you're making really good money. Karat bars gives you 1,000 token right here. And according to Mr. Best's little prognostication and speculation, it goes to $100. That's literally an $85,000 bonus for making a lot of money. Like you making a lot of money as a gold manager, a gold director. So they're going to give you 1,000 token that has that kind of upside potential. And Dr. Rosell, what if the token goes to 0?
Wow. You mean you made all that money and you have gold? That's it.
Right. It didn't cost you anything.
You've lost nothing. All you did is build your wealth, secure your built an asset. I mean, I'm literally speechless. I mean, it's all right there.
Dr. Rosell, every expert that's talked to me, because I can't say I talked to you, because I'm so quick to see. I go, I don't know anything about cryptocurrency. You know more than I do. Tell me about it. This is what I say to the experts when they call me. And everyone I've talked to said, look, I don't see any way possible for this token, this coin, to be less than $100 in 90 days. I go, man, I can't. I don't want to speculate like that. He said, I don't see how it can be with the team you already have in place worldwide, with the KaratBank International being the white paper itself in physical manifestation. Okay, shipping out gold for 7 years, paying commission for 7 years, partnership with FedEx, partnership with the Vatican, partnership with MasterCard. That credibility thrown into this marketplace of uncertainty with this solid product, he said, I don't see how it's possible. I don't see how it's possible. He says, so you guys are being super conservative. And those who don't see this, this is truly one of those times you're gonna look back and say, how did I miss this? Especially if you're here. When Willie Brown said, I lock myself, look, I do the same thing, Mr. Willie Brown. I'm in my son's office. I'm not even in my office. That's way downstairs. I lock myself in my son's office, put my headset on, and I just call people and talking on the telephone until I have to leave the house. Okay, the most important thing you do with your time right now is save, go, and talk to new folks, especially folks who have some knowledge and some background about cryptocurrency, because they will educate you. Okay, and they've already been buying this other stuff is out there. When they see what's behind the KaratBank coin, just be quiet and let them get started. Okay, and Willie Brown told the absolute truth. We've had so many that made the transactions. I called Mr. What I say this morning. I said, man, look at these transactions after one day. The transactions going through the roof. Okay, just people see this thing. Those who see it, they get it. They're on fire. Okay, I mean, so hey, look. Anyway, don't spend a lot of time trying to convince anybody, man. Point them to the information. Keep moving. Hey, Mr. Del, can I ask you take your calculator out and take us into the stratosphere for 1 minute? Just say if the 1,000 coins go to $1,000 per token or per coin, just play. Go to 500 and go to 1,000 and see what happens. I mean, you just got 1,000. You just got 1,000. You only have 10, 20, 30,000. You just got 1,000. You were gold director, and you got one. You managed to put together in the next 6 days. You managed to put together 1,000 tokens, and the token shot up to about $500 a token. What would that be?
And Mr. Dow, yes, sir. Mr. Dow, if you could just also say that how much it takes to get to 1,000 tokens if you did it yourself. I mean, it's nothing but 5 grams. Man. That's number 5.
Oh my gracious!
Great point. What a great point.
Thank you.
So $300, roughly $300 will take you to 1,000 token. And wait, if you save, I cannot say that's good enough. Where I feel like when I'm saying it, it's so simple, Willie, that it's going by people. I think they're totally. I think this is hard to hear. If you save, like take $300 cash out of your pocket and move it over to your gold pocket, take it out of your paper pocket and move it into your gold pocket and keep the $300 in gold instead of paper, it's going to give you 5 grams of cash gold. KaratBank cash gold, which is going to also give you 1,000 token because you get 200 free token for every gram of cash gold. So like Dr. Rozelle said, you get 1,000 token or you hit gold director, either one. And it goes to, as Mr. Best said, $500. Man, that's $400,000 after taxes. After tax, it's $500,000 before tax, $400,000 after capital gains tax. And if it does 1,000, like Ethereum did 1,000, you're talking about $1 million for one measly. There are people on the stream right now. Grady Holcomb probably has 4,000 or 5,000. Lady Prosperity has 10,000 token right now. And that she got for free, just working the business. At $1,000, that's $8 million after tax. What I'm saying to y'all is she was just telling people about Karat bars. They're getting business packages. She hit director, and she has accumulated 10,000 free token. If it hit $1,000 like Ethereum did, she looking at $8 million.
Mr. Mr. Dalco, what if it did like Bitcoin?
Don't do that, man.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. No.
I just said, listen. We're talking about real life here. This isn't myth. This isn't myth. These aren't myths. Yeah. We know that this way. I'm just saying, what if it did? Who knows? I don't see why I couldn't. Oh,
I don't think we should put that on the calculator.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Look, we're gonna look. People already can't sleep. Look, we're gonna have people out here in sound that can't sleep already. How they gonna do the business that can't sleep? All tired and exhausted. But look, this is the best way I've heard a person that put the calculator away. The best way I've heard a person, and I'm talking to financial guys. I'm not a financial guy. I'm a dream builder. I'm a dream chaser. I'm a dream builder. I know who I am. But I heard a financial guy say, look, the risk to reward ratio here is so out of balance, it's ridiculous. The risk to reward ratio, I never quite heard it put that way. He said, the risk to reward ratio is so out of balance. He said, it's like, you just showed an example where a person just saved $300 and could find themselves with 800,000 or 8 million because they saved $300. Wait a minute, and you still got the gold.
Yeah.
You still got the
gold. Oh my gosh.
So,
yeah. You make a statement all the time about, you say if we capture just a small percentage of the market, we will have you use a phrase gazillion. What does that say?
Well, Big Boomer said that. Big Boomer said us before the KaratBank coin. He was just talking about if we just capture the gold market. He said, so we understand we're penetrating a $14 trillion industry. That's currency. That's all the so-called money on the planet. Okay. He said we just have 1/4 of 1%, not 1%, 1/4 of 1%. Karat will be bigger than the entire networking industry combined. And we've created more. This is before this little piece that Mr. Harold Sykes added. I can't imagine what Boomer's brain will be thinking today. What we got in place, they may rest in peace. So I'm just, for those who don't get this yet, sitting around playing, watching TV or whatever you're doing, I don't know. Okay, everybody won't see it. I understand that, but boy, it's one of those things that when you see something, but again, you get back to my old statement. It says when preparedness and opportunity meets, success is a byproduct. Sometimes you have to be prepared. Dr. Roselle, you said it best. I've been in 36 years in the industry. I done seen companies change comp plans, constantly changing comp plans. Mr. Harold Sykes said all he's done in the 4 years I've been in, every time he added something, we made more money. I said, this man is off the chain. Every single time he said, we got to add this, made more money. We got to add this, made more money. Got to add this, made more money. I said, this guy is truly exceptional. Okay. I made this statement the other day. I said, it might be a freedom statue of him all over the world in the next 10 years.
Yeah. Daniel told me.
Who was the guy Harold Sykes?
Daniel typed in the chat room. She said, this is talking about a drop the mic chat stream. She said, the only risk is saving your money.
Wow.
Listen.
Your only risk is saving gold. Your only risk is saving gold.
Gosh. I had someone ask me one day, well, what happens when I have all this gold in my garage? I said, you're rich. You got all this, you can't, it's, financial folks never want to say that there's no risk. They never want to say that. I've been challenging myself, trying to find out what the risk is here. What is the risk?
The risk, Dr. Roselle, the risk, and I hope I don't go too deep here, but the risk is our programming. Yeah. See, I literally had to have a conversation with a wealthy individual today to wrap my head around what a million millionaires would look like. Like, see me saying it right now, I'm sure some of y'all, if y'all are like me, 1 million millionaires created in this year. Most of y'all, some of y'all maybe might go, that's not possible. Mr. Best, give us that stat you told us that you Googled, how many millionaires there were in the country right now, and how many there were like in 1950.
Look, only 7 million.
Only what?
I wrote it down. I left it in my other office. I think I Googled it, and it was like 7 million millionaires in this country. I think it was
that sounds like a lot.
Millionaires, you know.
But that sounds like a lot. 7 million millionaires?
Yeah. But now 350 million people. You know, I don't know what the population is right now. I forgot that number. I know it's 350 to 400 million people in the U.S. alone right now, somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay. But I mean, it's amazing the information at your fingertips, right? You just Google. I Googled how many millionaires. In fact, I got my phone.
That's okay. So, Mr. Best, 350 million citizens in the United States, 7 million is not even 1% of the population.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. If we created 1 million millionaires, that wouldn't even be 3% of the population. This is a huge economy that we have here in the United States. It's nothing to create. Whoever is watching me on the stream, go ahead and see yourself rich. Break out of that lack consciousness. It's not real. Man, I was looking at, my wife and I were doing some dream building, and I saw this $500 million house, Willie. $500 million. I said, who the heck needs a $500 million house? Until I looked at it. And I said, that's reasonable. Here's why. It's got like a garage. I'm not talking about a 2-car garage. I'm talking about it's got a garage, a whole area for your cars, for your custom cars in the garage. Now I'm going to talk some dream stuff. I might get Mr. Best to crying right here, but it's got a garage for all your custom cars. You know, my granddaddy had a Pierce Arrow. I want to buy it and restore it. So I'm going to send it to the custom restored, and it cost me $50,000 to restore it back to mint, right? And I put that in the garage. It's a floor of cars. And then you drive around the back of the house by the Olympic swimming pool and drive underneath your house where there's a 4-car garage, and that's where you park the cars you drive every day. Your daily cars, your Bentley, you know, your little cars, your Bentley, your Tesla, your Range Rover. You park them under there. And then there's an elevator in the house that goes to all 5 floors. The house had 5 bedrooms. Each bedroom had its own bath suite. They weren't bathrooms, they were bath suites where, you know, like the toilet, where the toilet is, it's in a room, and there's a little sink in where the toilet is, and you close the door. Like it's like a powder room in the doggone bathroom. Every room had one of those. It had a bowling alley downstairs. A bowling alley. I like to bowl. I can see having a bowling alley in the house. It had a theater with about 40 seats in it. So you know you like your friends. One of the main reasons people don't have people over to their house is they don't like their house. If you had a house with a theater, instead of going to the theater, you invite them over to your house, and everybody sit in the theater, Mr. Best, and watch this. You hit a button, and everybody's seats go at the same time. It's synchronized. It's synchronized, fade everybody's seats back. And the room dims, and the screen lights up. I mean, monster house. It had a bar and a winery. And then, you know, you say, well, I don't drink wine. No, this is not to drink. This is where you keep your wine assets. What in the heck is a wine asset? This is where people buy wine and they store their wealth in wine. They don't drink the wine. I've got a 1910 Chateau, and this is worth $15,000. It's a bottle of wine worth 15 grand. And then they say, and this is my art gallery. In the house, they store their wealth. Now, to get in here, the owner got to put his eye up to the retinal scan, you know. He put his eye to the eye, got a retinal scan, and this metal door opens, and you go into the art gallery. Folks living like that right now. Why are we talking about, let me get my $300,000 house, and somebody talking about you being excessive?
Hey, Mr. Dalco, if I can say real quick, you know, I think you're right about the program, because it's really about how big we can think, you know, the magic of thinking big. and dreaming big. You know, here's the thing. This isn't really that far out if we think about it. It's happened before, guys. How many people got on the Twitter boom? How many people got that? How many people were part of the Google thing, the Facebook thing, the Microsoft thing? All of these companies created billionaires with a B and millionaires, hundreds of them. This happens all the time. The question is, why not you? Why can't it happen to you too? Right? Because most of us weren't given the opportunity to be there when that happened, you know? And what KaratBars and KaratBank has done is it's given us all an opportunity to doing a simple thing as simple as saving $300, putting ourselves in a position to become multimillionaires, become wealthy. And again, I'm not speculating because, you know, the coin, we're not saying that the coin's going to do anything. Just want to make sure that you know.
The comp plan with KaratBars will pay you $1.82 million a week.
Yeah.
I mean, no speculation. We talking about Save Gold. Tell people the system has the potential to pay you $2 million a week.
You can earn that in KaratBars comp plan. We ain't got to talk about cryptocurrency.
We ain't got to talk about it.
It's just turbocharge your net worth in the next 3 months to a year. But look, just a little quick update. In 2016, there were 4.8 millionaires in the U.S. That's a 7.6% increase from 2015. And by the way, that's a large jump, 2.5 million jump from 2008. So in 2008, so we're a struggling economy. In the last 10 years, an extra 2.5 million millionaires got created. So there's only 4.8 million millionaires in the U.S. and 543 billionaires.
But you know what I'd be interested to see? Mr. Best,
I just Googled it real quick, just for your information. So, and we're about to create a bunch more over here.
I'd be interested to see during that time because, you know, there's no new money out there. Wealth just transfers. I'd be curious to see how many of those folks became billionaires with a B during that time. Because although there was some lack during those lean years, you know, and, you know, a lot of people went through a lot, but there were some other folks who actually won during that time. Some people that positioned themselves and took advantage of something before everyone else could see it. And they positioned themselves and placed themselves in a position where they could benefit. And they did.
Hey, Dr. Rozelle, let me throw this up on the screen real quick since you brought that up. I want to show people it's all perception. Mr. Best talked to us on the Freedom Call about perception. Look at his website. Look at his webpage, Mr. Best. It says mysterious trader made $200 million last week as the market blew up. Like when the market was going down, someone made 200. A trader made 200. Dr. Rozelle just fell out. A trader made $200 million in a week. Don't think that there's any lack. This whole thing is designed to create massive wealth. There is money that's being made in this new economy. Sometimes, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm just feeling a little rambunctious today. Mr. Best, sometimes he calls me, and this guy, y'all, you see him sitting there with the ball cap on, you know, and he hasn't shaved since his last event that he went to. And, you know, he just looking like this. He just looking like a regular guy, right? This man literally, he calls me sometime. He said, Mike, I just got to talk to somebody. This man makes more money with that little baseball cap on, sitting at home in his son's office than some people make maybe in 6 months to a year. I mean, it's just, and it's because he learned how to build a network. Robert Kiyosaki said, the wealthiest people in the world look to build networks while the poor and middle class look to find a job. And Mr. Best will call me. He'll be laughing. I know he's about to go in. He'll call me like, Mike, oh my God. Mike, folks out here working for a living. He said, man, I'm just praying for them that their eyes come open. They're working for it. And you know, guys, in November of 2013 is when I met Ty Best. He opened my eyes to this explosive industry of networking. It changed my life. March 3rd of this year will be my 4-year anniversary of being free.
So why?
Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
Why do you think some people gravitate to this and some people don't? What makes us do it? What do you think, Mike?
I don't know. I have to defer to Mr. Best because I agonize. I used to really be in torment about, like, I know that I've got some family members who struggle financially, and yet they won't listen to anything I've got to say. And they know I've been free for 4 years. They know it. Matter of fact, when things happen in the family, I get one of the first calls because they know I can go handle it. And Mike, I know you're not working, so can you go check on thus and so forth? But I cannot open their mind. And maybe it is a gift. Mr. Best, I'm going to kick that to you, man.
Look, Mr. Brown, I've been free in July. It'll be 23 years. And I still got family members go back and forth to work every day and wonder what I do. So I can't even begin to tell you. Well, I got some theories. A part of it has to do with self-image and belief. See, if your self-image, I mean, when I say self-image, I'm talking about the way you feel about yourself. If you don't have that certain degree of confidence that you're capable, you're worthy, then you won't even try. You just don't believe. I can call you and say, look, man, I just accidentally found like a ton of gold in my backyard. I don't know who buried it, but I can't even dig it all up. I need you to come and help me dig this up, and all you dig up, you can have too. Okay, they said, man, after this TV program is over, I might stop by. Because they don't believe. Their self-image won't allow them to believe that, like, look, I'm going to tell you right now, I got a strong self-image. Well, Mr. Harold Sykes says we're about to create billionaires. My self-image said, no, wait a minute now. Okay. Wait. Take me to a whole nother level here now. Wait a minute. See what I'm saying? So you just like right now, we on this call and we're telling me you can be a millionaire. Now, some folks believe, Dr. Roselle believes, Willie Brown believes. That's why we out working, because we believe it's possible. Plant that seed, make it happen. But I guarantee you there's some folks right now listening going, man, I just want to make me an extra $1,000 a month and keep this roof on my head or keep my double wide or whatever's going through their mind. So it has a lot to do with how they feel about themselves. That's why that are so adamant about read. How do you get that self-image up? You got to feed yourself. You got to feed that self-image so you start believing you're worthy. That you don't start saying, well, Mark Zuckerberg is so much smarter than I am, so he worth $1 billion, and I got to go to a job every day for $30,000 a year. Garbage. But see, I was very fortunate, guys. I mean, number one, I got the jock complex like Dr. Roselle. One thing about being a jock, you don't understand what they do to us, man. And Willie know what I'm talking about. You can do it. You can run through that wall. You can jump on that building. You can, even if you can't, it's in you. And then you also have these successes. And that's a big part of it too. So you have success where you won a league championship or you got a trophy and your self-image started. So when you see some opportunity, you go, I can do that. I can do that. Okay. And you're willing to step out on faith. And by the way, and you're not afraid of faith. If you've been an athlete, you've done what? You failed. You've embarrassed yourself. You've done some crazy thing on the basketball court or the football field where they got you on film, just making the dumbest mistake in the world. And you realize you can overcome all it. So you coming from a different place. Now, the person who's never been a hardcore athlete, they coming from a different place too, but they've never had this success in anything. And sometimes they didn't sing in the choir or the church choir. All this is self-image. Okay. And when that self-image change, that confidence change, we're willing to try. I mean, I know some people out there right now saying they're afraid. Like, I don't hear these conversations. People like, well, when you make a bunch of money, I think I get involved. Some of you hear that stuff right there. Don't believe that nonsense people tell you. Okay? Don't even believe that nonsense. You'll put up in a Bentley a year from now or 2 years from now, and they still won't get involved. They'll say stuff like, I wish I got started, you got started. It's in their head. As Jim Rohn said, don't take that class. But it does hurt you. It breaks you down. Sometimes you're like, what is wrong with them? Okay. My wife and I first saw this business 36 in 1983. We just knew all our friends were going to get involved. I thought everybody I knew wanted to be rich. Because all I saw around me was money problems. Well, the way to solve them is go make some money. Doesn't that make sense? That's a common sense thing, right? If all you see around is money problems, The way to solve the money problem is go make some money. Now I understand money doesn't solve every problem, but I understood that. So go make some money. Well, I figure, well, I'm in the process of making some money, then let's work on getting rich.
Mr. Best, what would you say to the person that is, who believes that, they're pretty successful. They have a job and they're happy with the kind of money they're making, and they can't see, well, what would you say to the person that is making pretty good money, but they have a job, and we're not saying, I want to make sure people hear that we're not saying, hey, your job is bad, leave your job. Nobody's saying that. No. But what would you say to the person that does have a job and they think will make
class, and I say a little better than this, but what I say to them is, it's not always about you. Who do you know has some financial situations they might like to get out of? Who do you know could use some more money? Who do you know would like to better their situation? I had a pastor just the other day, Friday. He says, I asked him, I said, well, why I got you on the phone? We ended up talking by accident somehow. Not really. I believe it was a divine appointment, but he didn't know that. But that's what I believe. I believe it was a divine. I don't believe in accidents. I believe it was a divine appointment. And I said, do you keep your financial option? Do you ever look at others make money? He said, no, I'm good. He said, because I'm a pastor and this and that. I said, oh, well, man, I'm glad to hear you good. But let me ask you this. Is there anybody in your congregation that could use more money? And what he's going to say? No. What are you going to say? He said, well, I don't necessarily feel comfortable sharing stuff with my congregation I don't know anything about. I said, well, that's what this phone call is about, to teach you what this is all about, so you might be able to share with other people who might need it. Because, see, some folks, man, they get a nice apartment in a car, they good. Some folks, they get them a little house with a 2-car garage, they good. And then some folks, like Mr. Delphi, just finished building that dream for us. And he said, what? No, no such thing as good. Like a quote another friend of mine used to say, so I don't want to be rich, I want to be comfortable. Well, in order to be comfortable, you got to be rich. I'm going to say it again. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. Well, in order to be comfortable, you got to be rich. That's the truth. And you help you all the time. And look, let me talk to folks for a minute here, because folks we got to get outside of ourselves. That's one of the challenges so many people have in building this business. It's always about me. I'm comfortable. Well, if that was the case, I wouldn't have gotten in KaratBank. I was comfortable before I got in KaratBank. Okay, like I said, I've been free for it'll be 23 years in July. Nobody's house had a job in 23 years. My wife had one since 1987. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now, are we super wealthy? No, but hey, we're comfortable. Ain't nobody around here lost no weight. Everybody eating. Roof over our head. Cars drive. Go, we want to go do. We want to do. We feel like doing. Everybody, we're comfortable. Okay. If that was the goal is not comfortable. The goal would be to handle any financial situation that pops up, period.
Hey, Mr. Best, real quick, let me say something on that. I ran to Walmart. Now, this is perspective. I ran to Walmart. I got my whiteboard. It fell off my stand and broke the edges, right? So I went to Walmart and I got one for my tripod, and I went on and got another one to put on my wall. I'm here in my office, and I got another little small one on my door, a little calendar whiteboard, so I can really organize my day, right? I didn't look at the price. Now, I know that sounds minor. They might have been 8, 5, 7, 3. I don't know what they cost. I took them to the register. She rang them up. She gave me the total. I paid her. I wasn't even thinking at all. What's my point? I know I have a system that's creating residual income, so I don't have to always be thinking about doggone money. Right. They say rich people, they greedy, and all they talk about is money. It's actually not true. When you've got residual income, you don't think about money very much at all. I mean, you think about when you see your system creating more wealth, but you don't walk around saying, how much this costs? How much is that? We don't need to get that. That's too expensive. Don't do that. You don't worry about that stuff when you have a system. So I started to put a post on Facebook. This thing was coming straight out of my heart. My wife and I were sitting down for lunch. Don't talk about me, Tabas. Do not go in on me about me and Mo going to lunch now. All right, that's our little guilty indulgence. We go to lunch. We work hard. We wake up in the morning. We hit the office. We work hard, and we go to lunch. Okay, so leave me alone about that. All right, so we went to lunch, man, and I went in the bathroom, washed my hands, and I said, I was coming out of the bathroom. I said, "Ooh, everybody needs to draw a line in the sand, plant your flag in some company, and focus long enough to build a big network." Because it provides freedom. Don't worry about how much money it is. How much is an hour of your life worth? See, people talk about a good job. $100 an hour would be a pretty good job, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
$100 an hour, that's a good job. Look, $100 an hour and your own parking space, and you get to work from home 2 days a week. Good job, right?
Right.
What is your life worth? Every hour of your life, it goes by so fast, man. I mean, guys, when you take look at this. Look at this. What this says.
Unexamined life is not worth living.
The unexamined life is not worth living. When you examine your life and you realize how fast an hour goes by, forget an hour. Does anybody remember when Barack Obama walked out between those two columns with his pretty little bitty girls and his wife, waving at the people saying, thank y'all for your votes. And for those of you that didn't support me, I'm still going to try to be the president for all. Y'all remember that? That iconic image of the first African-American family to live in the White House, and they walked out waving with his pretty little family? That was 10 years ago. 10 years.
Wow.
Years. There are people still trying to get Barack Obama impeached. He gone. That was 10. There's still people complaining about Barack Obama. He's gone. We got a brand new president. That was 10 years ago. Do not play with your life. Every hour, you never get it back. I like what Tanisha Glaspie said. I'd rather make $50,000 a year from home than $100,000 a year for somebody else. Because that hour is so precious. You can't put a dollar sign on it. You deserve to be free.
I don't know to answer your question, Mr. Brown, but it's there's no solid answer. But I think what Mr. Delco just said, and I want to echo something else Mr. Delco said, is that when you have money, money's the last thing you think about. I mean, it genuinely is. You find yourself making 5, 10, 15, 20 grand a month. You ain't spending time thinking about money. Look, you ain't even fussing with the spouse about money. Wife come back from shopping, you like, I've been shopping, whatever. You going back there and keep making your phone calls. You're not even there. But when money's tight, what you buy today? What you doing? What you spend? What you doing? Where you go there? Why we need to buy all them groceries today? Oh, we got to. But see, all that that's gone from your life. Okay? And you start having some crazy things like ask your grandkids what they want. They say, we don't want nothing. We got everything, Papa. Okay? You ask your kids what you want for Christmas. They say, well, I don't want nothing. Okay? Your mama say, I got to do, Mom, don't worry about that. I got it. Okay? And there's no sweat off anybody's back. Just don't bother me this petty money stuff. I'm on the other side of money now. I'm thinking about whose life can I change? Whose life can I help? What person that has enough burn in them that I can invest time and energy with them and do what I can to help? Because I can't do it for them. But boy, I can invest some time in them and help them as best I can to change their family's fortune. And all it takes yes, sir.
I'm going to say this last thing. Just to prove to y'all what I'm saying. Willie, Dr. Sergio, Mr. Best, how long we been on the stream?
I don't know, man.
You know what? We got on 5:30, so what time is it?
Oh my God.
7 o'clock.
Oh my gracious.
Wow.
Did I just prove my point that how fast life goes by?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yep.
There are people on this live stream who have been sitting here listening to us for an hour and a half. It didn't seem like it was that long. An hour and a half, the Bible says, your life is a vapor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a vapor. I'm 53 years old. I'll be 54 this year. I remember some vivid memories when I was a little kid sitting on a rock fishing with my dad. My dad is 75 years old. It's a vapor. What you gonna do about it?
Hey, Mr. Willie Brown, what you got there? Faith.
Backwards. Can you read that?
Yep, faith.
Yes.
That's what you said the other day. I think that's what it comes down to a lot, is faith. And I don't know if you can teach faith, but faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. But if you find the right thing and you move toward it and you believe, it will unfold to you. I mean, we learn that as we go through this life and we get the chance to see it happen. I guess we become conditioned because of the world and we lose our faith, maybe. And then we don't think, we don't believe. Everything that we see came from that which was not. The word tells us that. Everything that you see in your home, outside, it was spoken into existence. God framed the world with his words. He gave us the same ability to speak out of our mouths. Life or death lies in our tongue. And those that love it will eat the fruit thereof. You have the ability to speak your existence into your life into existence the way you want it to be. You can do it. You can do it. I've seen it. I've lived it. I play with a dummy, man, for a living. I've traveled the world many times talking to myself. I know you can do it. When they told me I couldn't do it, I believed I could. When my father said I couldn't do it, I believed. When my best friends told me I couldn't do it, I knew I could do it. You can do it. You can do it. But you got to get around people who are going to encourage you and show you. And you got to be willing to learn and humble yourself, strip yourself from everything you thought, all your preconceived notions. Be teachable. And it's hard when you get to be middle-aged sometimes.
Ooh.
But
hey, that was such an impassioned message. I was about to close the stream, and I said, "Ooh, I better clean that up." Mr. Willie Brown said, "I play with a dummy for a living."
Wow.
Mr. Willie, world-renowned ventriloquist.
Traveled the world.
Right.
Wow.
From BET to the greatest comedians, the people he's met and been on stage with over the last 10, 15 years, and the shows he's done. It's amazing. But you learn some things. But I want to comment on something Mr. Willie Brown just said too. And I'm going to add that second part. They said, what? Faith with what? Faith without works. And so I believe one of the challenges we have is, come on, let's be real. Especially when you're talking to black folk. Okay? We sound the most spiritual, church-going, Bible-toting people you ever want to meet in your lifetime. But how do you take that scripture, that word, that passage left you with on Sunday morning, and apply it to your life? Will you take $300 and save $300 so you can get you 500 tokens to put yourself in a position to win? Or will you be sitting there analyzing KaratBank for the next 2 weeks because you don't have enough faith to sign up for free? I mean, I'm sitting there one day doing a seminar. This is 20 years ago. I'm doing a seminar, man, and this pastor sitting there in the room. I wanted to choke him because he got him at the end of the seminar, and I'm talking to folks over here, but I'm always listening to everything that's going on in the room. And I heard others said, I heard what he said, but, I got to see it to believe it. I leave the rest of, hold on one second. I got to go talk. You got to see what? I said, sometimes I get, Ronan will come out of me at any moment. Okay, and sometimes it just comes out. I said, what did you got to see, Pastor? He said, well, I hear what you're saying. It sounds good, but I got to see it. I said, you the pastor? And most of these folks go to your church, and you got to see what to believe. Well, no, don't start getting scripture. I said, it is scripture. You're telling them you got to see it to believe it. And then on Sunday, you tell them you walk by faith. But here in this meeting right now, you're telling them you got to see it to believe it. Now, it's either one or the other, but it's not both. So what? I said, you to walk by faith. You ain't got to see it to believe it. You got to believe it first in order to see it. You believe it first. Will he believe he can be a world-renowned ventriloquist first Then he saw the manifestation. I believed I could be a free man. When I walked in that room and I saw 200 people in that room and that guy stood on stage and said he was free, I believed he was free, so I believed I could be free. I believed it first. It took 12 years for the manifestation, but I believed it. Okay? I believed I could be a millionaire from the time I saw the Beverly Hillbillies. I said, if they could be millionaires, I could be one. Okay? I believed it. What do you believe? We sit there, we done gave you, put all the emotions aside. Mr. Delco took out the calculator and showed you how simple it is for anybody on this stream to become a millionaire in the world of Karat if they want to. Okay, once in a lifetime, maybe once in a historical time, you'll sit at the right place. For those who are on this stream, you're in the right place at the right time. Period. Nothing standing between you and becoming a multi-millionaire is time and tokens. And you determine how much tokens you get, and you determine how much gold you get. Period. So do you have enough faith to say, you know what? I'm going to sell one of them junk cars out. Whatever you got to do, get them tokens. Not tokens, get the gold. Because then the company's going to give you what? The tokens.
Yeah.
You're not buying tokens. We're not selling some. Save some gold. You still got the gold. You can do the math. As Alan also said, this ain't got nothing to do with my emotion. I'm all passionate. I'm all fired up. Throw that out the window. You can take out a calculator and go, I have 1,000 tokens. They go to this much money, I'm going to get this. They go this much, I'm going to get this. They have this much value, I'm going to get this. That's math. Oh, wait a minute. If there weren't no tokens, if I go build a business, not if, that's the wrong word. When I go build the Karat Bars business, I could still make $1 million a year just building Karat Bars. There's a live stream right now on Facebook with Brent Gold, which I got a MasterCard with 200 folks. When you start talking about faith, Mr. Brown, you fire me up. Because that people ask me, I'm gonna say one last thing, and I'm gonna be quiet. I know Mr. Delco got some place to go. That's what I'm telling you. Why are there so many Christians that are successful? And I don't want to say Christians, I'm gonna say people of faith that are successful in this networking business. Because it is an invisible business. You walk by faith in this business. You can't see unless people floss around and tell you and show you their bank statement and all that kind of stuff. You don't know anything. So you got to step out on faith and look, I'm like Bigfoot. You don't run across a lot of free people. Okay, running around and networking. I'm up here in Newport News, Virginia. I'm free. Mr. Delco's down there in Atlanta, Georgia. He's free. I know a lot of free people. I know some free people who have made some serious coin in networking over the last 30 years. Some serious money in networking. Forget cryptocurrency, in networking. Okay. So I'm telling you, okay, we're not guessing here. We know what's possible when you make up your mind to go to work. But again, last thought for the day. On Saturday, I wrote down these 7 reasons why people fail to succeed in life financially. Number 1 was because wealth starts where? In the mind.
Mind.
Wealth starts in the mind. We got to get this. We got to undo the damage done to this. We got to get this straight. And then we take full advantage of what we have our hands on. And that's why we spend so much time talking about this. Because physically, all of us have the talent to do what's required here. Mr. Delco just showed you how to order a gram of gold. It took all of 2 minutes. So it's not a physical limitation. It's not a mental limitation. It's not a physical limitation at all. Okay, it's not an aptitude limitation. So it's something in our brain that stands between us and financial independence. And that's what the book's all about, Power Call's all about, the CD's all about, getting that self-image right. That's what it's all about. I've said enough for today, man. I'm just excited, folks. I'm excited, not just for me, I'm excited for so many people all around the world who maybe listen to this stream and realize they have for once in their lifetime, they're in the right place at the right time. And they can not just change their life. They can change the life of their entire family for generations. Can you imagine waking up being worth 5 or 10 or 20 or $30 million? And you have not just changed your life. You change your kids' life, your grandkids' life. Okay? This is big. Can you imagine walking into your pastor and say, Pastor, what's the mortgage? He said, the mortgage is $500,000. We got, well, look, we're going to pay it off next week. He go, what? Yeah, we're going to pay that thing off. You walk into the masjid and say, hey, Imam, what's the mortgage on this thing? Okay, that's right. I try to be cross cultural. Okay, what do you think? I don't know. You walk into the mosque, you say, I don't know where you coming from. Or you walk into your kid's private school and say, look, I want to pay for all these kids' private education for the next 12 months. What it costs. Or you go in your neighborhood and you pick out the 12 brightest kids you see and say, I'm sending them all to private school for the next 3 years. Or you walk into a public school and say, look, every kid here that maintains a 3.5, I'm going to give them a full ride to the college of their choice for the next 4 years. What's your dream? It ain't got to be about cars and stuff. What really is your dream? Or you walk into a broke down neighborhood and you got the money and say, look, I'm going to be a homeless shelter on this whole block. I'm going to pay for the maintenance of them. I'm going to rebuild them. And anybody want to stay here can stay here. I'm going to maintain them. I'm going to supply security for them. I got the money to do it, got the residual income to do it, and I got the wealth to do it. What's your dream? One of mine has been, I wanted to build shelters for women, private shelters for battered women all around America. I've always wanted to do it. Haven't made enough financial really pull it off the way I wanted. I've always wanted to do it. I want to be in a position where I can say, hey, you ain't got to take that abuse. Get the wife, get you and the kids, and you go right over there and you stay there till you're on your feet. What's it going to cost? Nothing. Not a dime. Okay? What you want to do? Okay? You still can only, you can do so much with the money. What's your dream? What do you want to do? Man, we're in a position to do some things, man. Anyway, back to you, Mr. Ducker. We need to get out of here, man, because we can talk. So look, we got the calculator. We can talk about this stuff all night long.
So thank you, Dr. Rozelle, and thank you, Willie Brown, for jumping on at a moment's notice. I'd just like to let people hear another perspective and things that are going on. We're related by business here, and so it's just good to let other people hear that people from all walks of life, all professions, are able to take advantage of this opportunity and really make a difference in your lives financially. So thank you, Tom Best, always for your input. Go ahead, Mr. Brown. I'll give you last word. You too, Doctor.
Last thing is we have the vehicle. Like, we had the vehicle to do it. See, the wealth transfer is taking place, but if you just showed us earlier, the numbers add up. It's not like rocket science. It's just, it makes sense. We have the vehicle to do it. You got to have a vehicle to receive the wealth transfer, and we have it. It's perfect. The gold, and now with this special KaratBank coin, it puts you in a great position. Like and so you got to have something that can hold the blessing. You got to have something big enough to hold the blessing. You can't hold a swimming pool size blessing in a bottle, like a 12-ounce bottle. You got to have something big, and we got it. The whole system is set up. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. It's worldwide. It's 180,000 dual team payouts per week. Who does that? Who creates that? We have the vehicle, folks. If you're watching us right now, and you've been watching us, you need to get back to the person that told you about this program, man, and just change your thinking about it. Look at it differently, and humble yourself. And if everything's working for you, okay, and you're good, okay. But if you want something different, we can show you. It's happening right now. I don't want to talk about money, but we made money while we've been sitting here. We ain't just sitting here, man. I was looking at my phone, man.
It's a good thing.
I know you made money. So this wasn't a free. It wasn't not a free meeting. We got paid while we were sitting here.
No, there you go. There you go. Well, this program, man, all right. That's exciting. That's good stuff there. This is an opportunity for everybody that wants it. It's a voluntary situation, and the company's already successful. The person who invited you to the stream is already successful. And there's really not much more to say except, success is voluntary and you deserve it, guys. I wish you all the best. God bless you. Back to you, Mr. Dalco.
Thank you all for joining the stream tonight. Get back with the person that shared Carrot Bars with you. Let them know either you want more information or maybe you're just completely sold on the whole concept of what we're doing and you're ready to get your free account and find out what your next steps are to build your empire. And let's get you started. Do it right now. Inbox the person that shared this on their page. That's how we do it. Don't bypass anybody who shared it with you to come to one of us. We don't do that. There's 7 billion people on the planet. There's more than enough business partners to go around and help us all build wealth. It's a team sport. So get back with the person that shared it with you on their page. Let them know you want some more information or you want a link so that you can get started. There's the new one of our monster directors, Miss Sherry Brown, coming in at the end of the stream trying to mess stuff up. She's doing a cabbage patch. Nobody won't even do that dance no more. Sherry, you're giving away your age.
Sherry Brown.
Yes.
Y'all have a great day.
Excitement, Sherry Brown.
On board.
We're just a bunch of free people having a good time. Get back with the person to share Carrot Bars with you. We'll see you guys on the next stream. Hey, tonight there's an event coming up in about an hour, I think it is, or is it at 9 o'clock? Can we chat here?
We chat.
It's going to be on Miss Sheila Abrams' page. You want to go to Sheila Abram. She's from California. Sheila Abram, Abram, or Maxine Jones from New York. Maxine Jones. And just click on around 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You need to listen to what they're talking about. Those two ladies are changing the world one live stream at a time, and they're helping people understand the practical applications of what a networking business can do for you and your family. So get on that stream. I'll be on it too. We'll see you guys at 9 o'clock p.m. Thanks, guys. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.